Hi, my name is Robert Haran. I'm product owner of services at EdTech. I'm joined by Himanshu Chitteri, our enterprise architect at EdTech, and Ben King from Atlassian. And we're going to be talking about leveling up your enterprise with the Atlassian Cloud. So to start things off, I'm going to tell you a little bit about EdTech. We'll go into why you should choose the Atlassian Cloud. I'll give you some information about the features of Atlassian Cloud Premium and Enterprise. We'll look ahead at future releases and enhancements. We'll talk about migrating to the Atlassian Cloud, and then we'll take some questions. So first, to give you some information about EdTech, we've been building custom solutions, delivering software services, and providing customers with DevOps expertise for over 15 years. EdTech is a global organization with over 200 employees, and our headquarters is located in Princeton, New Jersey. We have additional offices in LA, India, and Singapore. We're DevOps experts, and we specialize in build and release management, continuous integration and deployment, workflow configuration and management, custom development, consulting, training, and so much more. We collaborate with customers of all sizes to build custom solutions that are tailored to meet their specific needs. And we're the creators of Code Factory, a hosted and managed software development solution centered around your Atlassian tools. At EdTech, we're here to help you with your data migrations as well, from planning to execution, with post-migration support and training to ensure success for your organization. At EdTech, we've also developed several products, which include Excellent Table, a full-featured dynamic and collaborative spreadsheet that was built for Confluence. Code Factory, which I mentioned before, is a complete hosted solution for your software development teams, providing a managed cloud environment for all of your dev tools. And Unstoppable, our 508 compliance solution, which provides your DevOps tools with enhanced compliance and usability options for visually impaired users. And now to give you a bit more information about our enterprise expertise, I hand it over to Himanshu.
Thanks, Rob. Hi, everyone. So like Rob mentioned, we have extensive experience and expertise with the Atlassian and DevOps tools. And a lot of the work that we've done is with a lot of enterprise organizations, and that also includes some Fortune 500 companies. And we've done a wide variety of work with our enterprise customers, including migrations. And we've done all kinds of migrations ranging from on-premise to cloud, or migrating from non-Atlassian tools to Atlassian tools, and all kinds of integration with DevOps tools, SDLC tools, and so on. AdTech, as Rob mentioned, is also an Atlassian app developer. So we have a lot of experience with not only creating marketplace add-ons and apps, but also we've created and supported our enterprise customers to build some custom apps that they have developed internally. And we have also helped them update the app code for compatibility and best practices. And because of our experience with Code Factory and our other DevOps expertise, we also support our customers, including in hybrid environments where they have and manage both on-premise and cloud environments. And we enable all of these apps across different environments to communicate and talk to each other, and build a solution that follows our best practices, encompassing all of these tools across different kinds of environments. And with that, I'd like to hand it over back to Rob.
Thanks so much, Himanshu. So now let's start talking about the benefits of the Atlassian Cloud. Well, why choose the cloud? Well, because of the many benefits it offers, including a fully hosted and managed infrastructure, automatic updates, robust security, and all of this without the need for hosting or maintenance overhead. With the Atlassian Cloud, you're going to get immediate access to its latest features, security updates, and more, automatically without any need for planning, resource allocation, or downtime. So if nothing else, remember that. By far, the most compelling aspect of the cloud is that it allows your teams to focus their time, energy, and resources on their core business. You get to choose how you spend your time, doing the things that are mission critical for your business and your customers. Now let's take a look at the total cost of ownership of an on-prem investment versus the Atlassian Cloud. As you can see, in both cases, there are license fees. And at first glance, it's really easy to see that the cloud carries a higher subscription cost than the license and maintenance costs of an on-prem solution. But when you scratch past the surface, you're going to see that there are hidden costs for on-prem deployments that need to be factored in when comparing the total cost of ownership of both deployments. So in the cloud, the cost of ownership really begins and ends with the subscription cost. You pay your subscription fees and nothing more. Infrastructure and operational costs are Atlassian's responsibility. With an on-prem solution, you are responsible for all of your infrastructure and operational costs, which include hardware and software purchases, maintenance, change management, upgrades, security and privacy audits, acquiring real estate, providing power and cooling for servers. And of course, all of these costs are not just financial. They also include the time and effort that your teams need to expend to perform maintenance work instead of working towards your organization's goals. Now, Atlassian recently teamed up with Forrester to develop a total economic impact framework that presents a deep cost-benefit analysis and features testimonials from decision makers at companies who have already invested in the Atlassian Cloud platform. Within the studies, Forrester spoke with 4 customers who migrated from Atlassian server products to the cloud and determined the total economic impact of this endeavor. They examined the potential ROI these customers may realize by migrating and presented it all in this report. If you'd like to learn more, we're going to be providing you with a download link following this webinar. But don't just take our word for it. Let's see what other enterprise customers have to say about the Atlassian Cloud. Now, Rockwell Automation migrated to the Atlassian Cloud for both Jira and Confluence, and they were able to reduce their maintenance overhead by over 90%, allowing them to focus on their core business rather than maintenance. Lucid Motors chose the Atlassian Cloud specifically to ensure they had the highest uptime and reliability for their end users without having to spend sleepless nights or needing to deploy an army of resources in order to make it happen. Now, before we continue, I'd like to go to a poll question. I'd like to ask you, why are you considering a migration to the cloud? So let's just get the poll up, okay? So are you looking to reduce costs, eliminate maintenance, improve performance, boost security, or maybe just get immediate access to the latest features? All right. And it looks like reducing costs, eliminating maintenance, and boosting security round out the top results, along with followed by improving performance and getting immediate access to the latest features. So now I'd like to tell you a little bit more about the service tiers offered in the Atlassian Cloud. There's an Atlassian Cloud offering that's really right for all customers across every size, industry, or geography. Today, I'm really going to focus on 2, Premium and Enterprise. And these are specifically designed to help you scale and standardize your products across your enterprise. We'll start with the Premium plans, which provide advanced features and capabilities that are really not available within the standard plan. We'll then talk about the Enterprise plan, which includes everything within Premium and builds on that. Premium is backed by a solid foundation of 3 S's: service, storage, and support. With Premium, you get 99.9% service level uptime guarantees, so you won't have to worry about unplanned downtime. You'll have unlimited storage, which means no more attachment sizes or limits. And Premium support gets you extra fast 1-hour support time and 24/7 support from a dedicated team of experts. On top of that, though, you get IP allowising, which allows you to restrict access to users on VPN and Office networks, even for external collaborators, contractors, and consumers. Admin Insights allows you to visualize the number of active users in your organization over time and gives you the rate of growth and the overall utilization of your tools at any given time. We've got Sandboxes, which are safe, isolated environments for testing changes before deploying to production. Release tracks allow you to roll changes out at a regular interval, giving your admins time to document upcoming changes and prepare their end users. And archiving, which helps you reduce clutter and keep all of your content relevant and up to date. For Jira, you have project archiving, which allows you to remove projects and their underlying issues from Jira when they're no longer active. Likewise, for Confluence, you'll have the ability to bulk archive outdated or low traffic pages. Now, I'd like to dive into some product-specific premium features, starting with Jira Software Premium. Jira Software Premium includes advanced roadmaps, a tool that's been designed to help multiple teams collaborate together, track big picture initiatives, identify dependencies, and plan for team capacity across large pieces of work. Essentially, it connects multiple projects with multiple teams and enables team members and admins to get a bird's eye view of cross-project status and team health, empowering them to plan and ship complex programs. Confluence Premium likewise aims to support and scale the way you work. It includes team calendars, which lets your team stay organized and communicate availability with a schedule of personal and team events that link to individual work calendars and Confluence pages. Analytics and Confluence Premium also give you insights into the use of Confluence across your organization, so you can make smarter business and resourcing decisions. So with analytics, your admins can filter site activity by month, week, day, and hour, and view the usage of individual users, popular spaces and pages, and popular search terms. And this really helps you understand what content may be stale, what can be archived, and what pages and spaces are performing well, and create templates based on this. Now, let's take a look at how Jira Service Management provides you with Jira native asset and configuration management. Jira Service Management Premium includes Insight, a CMDB which offers visibility into dependencies, so you can manage your assets and configuration items quickly. You can troubleshoot incidents and minimize the risk of changes. With Insight, you gain visibility into the critical relationships between all of your applications and services. And now I'd like to ask you a second poll question. Which cloud adoption challenges might you be facing? Are you looking at data residency, security and compliance issues, user management? Could marketplace apps and customizations be a concern? What are costs? We'll give them a few moments to answer. Okay, so it looks like data residency, security, and compliance are by far the biggest concerns, followed by marketplace apps and customizations, cost, and user management. Now let's talk about the Atlassian Cloud Enterprise, the most advanced cloud offering for Jira and Confluence offered by Atlassian. Cloud Enterprise includes all the features we spoke about in the premium offering and builds on it, offering enterprise-grade scalability, reliability, security, and governance controls to standardize all of your deployments. Cloud Enterprise also includes Atlassian Access, the enterprise-grade solution for enhanced security and centralized administration at no additional cost. Cloud Premium also offers the highest standards of reliability and includes a financially backed uptime guarantee of 99.95%, which equates to less than 21 minutes of downtime per month maximum. Also, as part of Cloud Enterprise, you get 24/7 dedicated support with a guaranteed 30-minute response time, as well as phone support from a team of senior specialists. With Cloud Enterprise, Atlassian does all of the heavy lifting to ensure you get global scale and the highest standards of reliability, enterprise-grade security and compliance, powerful governance controls for user management at scale, and marketplace apps that fit all of your needs right out of the box so that you can focus on your core competencies and business priorities. Now let's talk about all of these items, starting with scale and reliability. First and foremost, Atlassian is making sure their cloud products can scale to meet the needs of their largest customers, continuously raising the per instance user limit on the Atlassian Cloud. Now, in the last few years, they've improved this user limit tenfold, starting from 2,000 users in 2018 to 20,000 users in 2021. By 2022, they aim to raise the per instance user cap to 35,000. Now, to help you scale beyond 20,000 users per instance, you can now set up a multi-instance environment within Cloud Enterprise. With multiple instances, you can let independent business units, regional groups, or acquired entities retain their autonomy. You can also set up different instances for data segregation or custom team needs. Multiple instances offer you three key advantages. Centralized user billing, which allows you to pay for a user once and grant them access to multiple instances. This offers a substantial cost savings over premium, where you would need to license users separately per instance. Managing multiple instances for different teams can definitely be challenging, but with Enterprise, you can manage your user access, apply security policies, get usage insights, and take care of billing all from one location. And lastly, you can customize each instance separately so that each one can have their own set of marketplace apps and configurations that won't affect any others. Now, let's talk about security and compliance. Security is an essential ingredient in all of the Atlassian Cloud products, with encryption in transit and at rest, along with a slew of compliance certifications and admin controls to enforce organization-wide protection, such as SAML SSO, two-factor authentication, and more. Cloud Enterprise also offers data residency support for customers that work in regulated industries with specific data guidelines. This means that you have the choice to pick where your data is hosted. This will give you additional flexibility over an on-prem solution like Data Center, where you're required to separately purchase, locate, and maintain your own infrastructure. Now, Atlassian Access is an organization-wide tool that connects your Atlassian Cloud products to your identity provider, and it gives you enterprise-grade authentication features and additional oversight across your company domains. So with Atlassian Access, your admins can customize multiple authentication policies, saving you time while eliminating error-prone manual processes that will really pose a security risk. You also gain centralized oversight, which helps you detect suspicious behavior, manage shadow IT, and streamline product usage. And with Cloud Enterprise, admins get access to audit logs to view your user or product specific activity. Now, this is extremely helpful when you want to triage anomalous or suspicious activity. And Cloud Enterprise offers powerful governance controls to streamline your user management. The Admin Hub is the center of the Cloud Admin world. With built-in domain capture, you can see all the users in your organization, edit their details, or export them to CSV for bulk editing. This organization-wide directory lets you see how many active users you have on which products. You can manage users and their access, find and add services, apply security policies, or check usage and billing. Now, automatic user provisioning and deprovisioning saves your admins an enormous amount of time and hassle, allowing them to automatically add or remove product access for users as they're onboarded or offboarded. Now, included are built-in connections to leading identity providers such as Okta, Azure AD, Google, and OneLogin. If you're using a different directory service, the SCIM API allows you to build a custom connector as well. And with OrGuide insights, your admins will be able to understand product usage and get visibility into security, access, and activity over time. This will enable your admins to advocate for the value and ROI provided by the investment. And I'd also like to talk about apps and extensibility. The Atlassian Cloud Suite really enables all the critical elements of teamwork. But even more importantly, it allows you to integrate with many different tools that you currently have and the new tools that you're definitely going to be acquiring in the future. Atlassian has prioritized direct integration with the best of breed tools such as Slack, Microsoft, and Google, allowing you to streamline processes and deliver a more connected and intuitive experience to your teams. Atlassian partners with best-in-class technology companies so that your teams can do their best work using the tools you already know and love. In addition, there are over 1,000 apps and integration in the cloud marketplace. And in the last year, there has been a rush of cloud app development, with a new app added to the cloud marketplace every day. Now let's take a look ahead to upcoming features and enhancements. The Atlassian Cloud is getting bigger and bigger and better every day. And Atlassian has many new features and improvements in the works that you can view and track in their roadmap at the URL above. Here, you can get an inside view on the latest and upcoming features that Atlassian is building in the cloud for all of their tools. And this roadmap is updated quarterly. In addition, Atlassian's cloud documentation blog is updated regularly to help your admins stay on top of the features that are coming out as they are rolled out. So when your admins want to see what's coming up, what's come out next, or what's just been released, they can come here to see that. And now we're ready for our final poll question. When might you migrate to the cloud? Within the next few months? Between 6 months to 1 year from now? Or sometime within the next 2 years? All right. Most people say that they would migrate within 6 months to a year, followed by within the next 2 years, and then maybe within the next few months. Now I'd like to talk about migrating to the Atlassian Cloud. As I'm sure you all know, Atlassian announced their plan to discontinue support for server products last fall. And sales of new licenses for server products were discontinued as of this past February, with a complete discontinuation of support scheduled for February 2024. With this in mind, many customers have considered cloud migration to be their top priority. And it's that I want to speak about briefly, particularly the planning process. Planning is going to be the most important aspect of a successful migration. And when planning, you really should define your requirements, determine a strategy, and most importantly, make an assessment of your current environment so that you know exactly what's going to be migrated and how it will be done. As a part of that plan, you're going to need to assess your marketplace apps and customizations. And we believe that this is the most important step when planning a migration. Why? Because unlike your standard application data, your marketplace apps and your app data aren't going to be automatically migrated when you move to the cloud. And customizations will very likely need to be manually recreated in the cloud environment, assuming that's feasible. So while new apps are being added to the marketplace every day, there are some apps that you have for your on-prem environment that may not yet exist in the cloud. And for those that do, they may work somewhat differently. Also, some apps have an established migration path for their data and others don't. If not, you may need to work directly with the vendors for these apps to migrate your data. The bottom line is every app you have should be considered a separate migration project with its own set of requirements and its own timeline. One of the biggest reasons that Atlassian recommends working with a solution partner like EdTech is because the migration effort for apps, customizations, and app data can get very complicated very quickly. And we've been there and we've done this many times. Cloud migration is definitely not as simple as just moving data or applications to the cloud. To be successful, you really do need to perform a thorough assessment of your current workloads and processes, involve your key stakeholders, and explore all of your options. You'll need to plan your strategy, review security, compliance, and support aspects, back up your data, train users on new and improved features, and so much more. It really is a significant undertaking. And to guarantee success, you really need to work with an experienced partner who will be there with you every step of the way on your migration journey. So, with over 15 years of experience providing custom solutions to a wide variety of customers, at EdTech, we're here to be your cloud migration partner. We've performed many migrations spanning organizations of all sizes. As your partner, we'll work closely with you and your teams to assess your current environment, recommend a migration strategy, build and execute a migration plan, and provide support once you've transitioned to the cloud. If a custom solution is required, we can create one for you that meets all of your needs. As a top Atlassian Platinum partner, EdTech has industry knowledge and technical expertise to work with a full suite of Atlassian products and marketplace apps. We provide a range of accredited Atlassian consulting, migration, and training services, along with integrations and customizations to orgs of all industries. Our advanced knowledge of Atlassian Cloud products, which includes product configuration expertise, the creation of customized solutions, and implementation services, enable us to power innovation for organizations looking to make the most of the Atlassian Cloud. Our subject matter experts build partnerships based on mutually beneficial relationships. By investing time, implementing the right resources, and focusing on open communication, our experts have what it takes to provide solutions that best fit the needs of your business, regardless of size or type. Again, I mentioned we've been there and we've done this, and we'd love the opportunity to help with your migration. And to help you get started, EdTech will provide a free migration readiness assessment to determine your current environment and specialized situations. This includes license and app assessment, migration steps, major blockers, and much more. The assessment will help you determine which cloud service tier is really right for you, which apps can be migrated, and which you might need to find alternatives for, and how you can maintain compliance, such as GDPR or any other compliance regulations and requirements you may have. Ultimately, we are here to help answer any questions you may have. Just let us know how we can help you get where you want to be. And with that, I'd like to take some questions. So we have a question. Do we need to rewrite applications to make best use of cloud services? Himanshu or Ben, would you like to take this question?
Sure, I can talk about that a little bit. This is Ben from Atlassian. I'm assuming the question is referring to customizations that were written with the API. And the answer is that customizations do need to be rewritten for the cloud to some degree. However, it shouldn't be too big of a lift. The API that exists in the cloud is quite similar to the API that's on-prem, and it should be more of a tweaking exercise than a complete rewrite. This, of course, is a major service that EdTech provides to customers. If you don't want to do it yourself, EdTech can tweak your customizations to work in the cloud. It is important to note, though, that not all functionality that you could leverage on-prem for customizations can be leveraged in the cloud. Like, for example, a lot of customers might leverage their Jira database directly. This, of course, cannot be done in the cloud as you're on a shared infrastructure. So each customization will kind of need to be considered one by one and adapted to the way that the cloud works. But generally speaking, it's not too big of a lift.
Thanks so much, Ben. Let's give another moment to see if there are any other questions that come in. Another question just came in. On which metrics should we measure the success of cloud migration? Well, I'll take this one. I would say certainly as part of the planning process, you should actually be determining what you're going to migrate and what it should look like on the other side. So during the planning process, you would analyze your current environment, see which data you'd like to keep, ideally optimize it so that you're not carrying all of your data over, you're only carrying what you need. Just as if you were moving to a new house, you wouldn't take everything, you would just take what you need in the new house and move over there. So I would, in terms of the metrics, how much of what you carried over actually carried over? Did all of your data make it? Did your users make it? Did your apps make it? Did your app data make it? During user acceptance testing, were there any troubles? Is everything working exactly as you'd like it to? Is it working better than you'd like it to? Which is the case in many cases. Himanshu or Ben, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I would echo a lot of that. I think the user experience should be paramount, right? The last thing that you want is to provide a degraded user experience in any way. And we're confident that the platform should not result in that, but a poorly executed migration might result in that. So the first priority, in my opinion, should be the user experience being maintained, the expectations being clear in terms of downtime or any data freezes that need to happen, things like that. And then I would say like the overall time it takes to do the migration is something that you should kind of be aware of. It's kind of like building a house. Like, if you're not careful, the timeline can really stretch out on you. So that's another metric to be very aware of.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay, we have another question. How much is the enterprise cloud secured when compared against the data center? Well, we spoke about security before. Ben, can you speak to data center as how it compares to the cloud?
Sure. I mean, the biggest thing to consider here is that when you're on-prem, the security of your infrastructure, rests on your shoulders. So you probably have security professionals employed at your company that are dedicated to protecting your infrastructure from breaches or data leaking or hacks or whatever the case may be. Going back to Robert's point earlier about like not having to manage your infrastructure, you also don't have to manage your security, right? When you move to cloud, we have, hundreds of employees dedicated to keeping our platform secure. So, you are giving us the responsibility of maintaining and controlling your data. And that is that is another way in which your employees can focus on other things, right? Instead of worrying about your Jira database being hacked, your security professionals can worry about other, more important elements of your overall, company's security posture.
Okay, great. The last thing I'd like to mention is that we would like you to save the date for our next webinar, in which we'll be talking about security and compliance in the Atlassian Cloud, scheduled for January 19th of next year. Hope to see you all there, and I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for your time, and please reach out to us if you have any questions, if you're curious to know more, or if you'd like some help migrating to the cloud. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. And thank you, Ben. Thank you, Himanshu, for your time.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.